Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Good to see everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hope your day started off well. Happy Veterans Day to everyone that served, everyone that had family members that served, everyone that had friends that served. All of you today. And if you serve, please drop that in the chat. If a family member, a friend of yours, anybody, all right? We're here to honor any and all that served. And man, we can't thank you enough. So happy Veterans Day to all of you out there. Now, speaking of, well, there's no segue for that. But last night, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're finding ways to not do anything and win games. We have had a weird stretch of primetime NFL games so far over the last, week and a half. They've been some unders, man. So let's take a look at how we did last night. And again, we did work, crew, to end up 4-3 with that game last night. We did work. All right, so the Eagles plus 1.5, got that. Iowa State in basketball minus 4.5, got that. Jordan Love over 2.5 rush attempts, got that. Devontae Smith, longest reception over 20.5 yards, got that. Now, Jalen Hurts, Barkley, Jordan Love, still 4-3. I'll take that. I will take that all day long. And then Big Brad coming through again with Freiburg, Bayer Leverkusen over 2.5, man. Great job, Brad, there. All right. So that was yesterday again. 4-3. I'll take it. However, we can't get it. Freddie Bear. What's up, baby? What's up, AB? I did 20 years and 3 months in the United States Navy. Freddie Bear, well, thank you so much, man, for everything. I mean, that's 20 years, brother. That's awesome, man. We can't thank you enough, and everybody in the chat for sure. For sure. Well, good morning, crew. Do small things with great love. Love that. Love it. All right. Cap Heights. AB, what's really good, my guy? I was just banned forever, ever. I know. Like, last night was just, oh, yeah, it is what it is. All right, let's jump into the show for today because we got some big games in college basketball, some big ones. Where are you going? All right, so here's two options, and we've got more. We got Kentucky at Louisville tonight. Kentucky plus 5.5 or Louisville minus 5.5. We're going to talk about that game. Oh, can't wait. And then Texas Tech and Illinois, another great one. We got Gonzaga and Creighton too. So where are you going? Poll. Kentucky plus 5.5 or Louisville minus 5.5. Or are you going Texas Tech plus 4.5 or Illinois minus 4.5? Polls in the chat. Vote now. Update as we always do at the end of the show. Okay. Yeah, keep dropping those in. Yeah, Spell Dog. Happy Veterans Day. Go Army, beat Navy. There we go. I love it. Big Brian. My father was in the Army. I was with General MacArthur when he landed. My goodness. That is amazing, man. Spell Dog. My late grandpa served in the Air Force during Korea. So go Air Force. Go Air Force indeed. There we go. Shout out to your late grandfather, man. That's awesome. That's just awesome. I really want to celebrate veterans today, man. Great job. Great job. All right. We'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern for Driving the Nightline, crew exclusive tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to be a part of that, link is in the bio there. Come join. $5 a month, man. We'll make you that $5 back. Don't worry about it. All right, let's jump into the show here. It is time for the picks. Okay, so first, my boy Davey Burke, if you're in the chat, Davey's a big Louisville guy. I'm going to go Kentucky, bro, plus 5.5. Now, I love Pat Kelsey and everything about Louisville basketball. It's going to be a war tonight. A war. But if you're going to give me the Kentucky Wildcats plus 5.5, I'm going to take the Kentucky Wildcats plus 5.5. So, there we go. Kansas basketball. Team total over 86.5. I think Kansas comes out a little fire tonight. coming off that loss to North Carolina. Again, not that, the locker room's in disarray. No. But I've got a feeling that Kansas just comes out and wants to just mash, so to say. So give me Kansas team total over 86.5. We'll talk more about that game in a minute. Jalen Brunson of the Knicks. Look, man. Jalen keeps grabbing him. I'm going to keep betting him. Over 3.5 rebounds, minus 105. Same deal with Jokic. Over 1.5 threes, minus 110. And then finally, little two-leg parlay here. What do you think? Akron money line football against Kent State and Cincinnati money line in basketball against Dayton. Plus 100. There are definitely parlay options out there, but I don't know. It's fascinating. There are really big spreads, and there's some games where you're going to see some underdogs winning outright. This could be a nice little Tuesday here. All right, so those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks. Yeah. So Kentucky in basketball plus 5.5. Kansas in basketball team total over 86.5. Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks in the NBA over 3.5 rebounds, minus 105. Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets in the NBA over 1.5 3-pointers at minus 110. And then a two-leg parlay. We're going to go with Akron money line. All right. And then we're going to go with Cincinnati money line. Shout out to Ohio, baby. Let's get it. All right. So those are the picks. Okay. So let's jump. What do we got first? College football. All right. So 2 games tonight. Look, Big Zach said it. Maction, baby. We've got Maction. Tuesday night Maction. What's good, baby? Yeah, let's crush it, man. Hey, how's Michigan going to do with basketball tonight? We feeling it with the Wolverines? Jeff said, nothing tears me up like taps. Yeah, it is hauntingly beautiful. Kent State and Akron. All right. Okay, let's prepare thyself for this. We had to get our game face. All right. Look, Kent State is playing a lot better this year than they were last year. I know that we've talked about this, but Kent State was the worst football team I've ever seen. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I mean it honestly last year. However, they've made a nice little step up. They really have. Akron 4-6. Look, I'm also not going to pretend to be the biggest expert in these 4 teams. I'll say this: watch out for Ohio at plus 1.5. The Bobcats, they ain't messing around. Yeah, Matty boy, prepare thyself. Look, we've got Akron on the money line here. If you're rolling 5.5, I don't hate it. I think Akron is the better team. And I think Akron at home is the better play. But I moved it down to a money line because Tuesday Night Football, wild stuff can happen. Again, Ohio and Western Michigan. Excuse me. Western Michigan minus 1.5, total of 46.5. Again, I am not an expert on either of these teams. So do not confuse thyself that I'm, pretending to be an expert. I am not. However, I have watched Ohio. I haven't seen a lot of Western Michigan. But the fact that Western Michigan's a 1.5 point favorite, I get that they're at home. And shout out to Kalamazoo. Yeah. No chill. Tuesday night action. Give me the over. Yeah. Now, good question. Not a question, but look at the weather here. You got some cold games. 32 degrees, 33 degrees, totals of 46.5 in both of them. Melanie. What's up, Mels? Good morning and happy Veterans Day. Thank you to all who have served and thinking of those who served and gave the ultimate price. Couldn't have said it better myself. Melanie, well done. Good morning. Good to see you. Hope you have a great Tuesday. So that's college football. Now, we need a little sounder for never mind. I just got applesauce brain. Sorry. We need a little sounder for when we have little bonuses. And what I mean bonuses. All right. Pause everything in games today because we need to figure some stuff out here. All right. Are there opportunities to make money off of teams to make the college football playoff? It's what week 12, which we'll go over in the afternoon show today. But we need to start talking about this. All right, Georgia minus 2,000 to make the playoff. Alabama minus 2,000 to make the playoff. Ole Miss minus 2,000 to make the playoff. Texas Tech minus 800. Oregon minus 425. Notre Dame minus 380. Okay. So those 6 are unplayable. Now, I mean, South Florida, James Madison, Georgia Tech, Texas, North Texas, Oklahoma, Utah, BYU, USC, Miami, Vanderbilt. That Vanderbilt-Tennessee game, by the way, might have something on it. Keep an eye there. Yeah. So, again, does anybody see any value? Is there anything that sticks out? And here, I'll make it full screen. Apologies. I know it's going to be tough to see. Do you see value? Big Justin said, what up, crew? Happy Veterans Day. Heading home from Vegas with a 23rd place finish. 250 teams competed. Great job, dude. 23rd out of 250? Damn, son. Nice work, man. Great job. Have a safe flight back, buddy. Cyclone, BYU maybe if they win the Big 12 championship, right? Tony, Georgia Tech and Texas might be a play. Yeah, Texas plus 190, Georgia Tech plus 190. So, all right, now that is the college football playoff. We've got time, but I just wanted to introduce that because we do need to start talking about it, right? Now, what we also need to talk about, the Heisman Trophy. Where are you going right now? If you had to make one pick to win the Heisman Trophy on this list, who are you taking? Julian at Ohio State? Mendoza at Indiana? Simpson at Alabama? Marcel Reed at Texas A&M? Diego Pavia at Vanderbilt? Look at Diego Pavia. Jeremiah Smith, Jeremiah Love, Gunnar Stockton. I mean, here's the deal. I think we all are going to want Mendoza. I agree. At Indiana. And plus 185 is a great number. You can't see me. What's good, baby? Go Diego. Yeah, Diego Pavia, baby. Yeah, that comeback against Penn State was a Heisman moment. No chill. Yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, No Chill Sports. And yeah, agreed. Now, here's the deal with some of the competition. I mean, nobody's talking about Marcel Reed, even though Marcel Reed's an absolute beast, and they should be, right? Texas A&M is just kind of a quiet squad. Now, here's the problem. What do you do with Julian at Ohio State and Ty Simpson at Alabama? Julian is likely going to come into this. Look, I don't even want to say it and count losses that haven't happened because why would I do that? And I don't want to put bad jinx on Ohio State. But Julian's going to show up with the team record, some numbers, and a pretty, clean sheet, so to say, right? It would be hard to say no. And what I'm getting at is that a lot of times it kind of comes down to if there's not somebody that absolutely just steals the show, so to say, it's easy to fall back on defaults. But Julian and Ty Simpson will kind of be default plays in this. They might cancel each other out. Obviously, we have plenty of time, but fascinated with that. Ty Simpson at plus 450 is not a bad look. But again, at Ohio State, it's tough to knock him out of it because at the end of the season, again, Indiana's going to have their schedule, their record. Ohio State's going to have theirs. Alabama's going to have theirs. Texas A&M will have theirs. All these teams are going to be money in the bank at the end, right? But yeah. Again, don't have a look at it, but I mean, Mendoza is going to be a sexy pick, right? Yeah. The Heisman race is going to be fun. Robert Frazier, how Ty Simpson plays against Oklahoma next week will be huge for his chances. Great call. And today at 3 p.m. Eastern, again, we'll go over everything for college football this week. So we'll talk about all these games because Robert's got an excellent point. And yeah, we're going to see how he does. How does Indiana, Ohio State in their seasons as well. But great point. Great point on Ty Simpson there. Okay, so yeah, that is the Heisman in the college football playoff. Again, we have time on that. Now, while we're staying in football, and I'll get back to our picks in just 1 minute, but we'll stay in football for a second. NFL MVP. We could talk more about this Wednesday afternoon when we go through the NFL of week 11? Man, it's week 11 already. But if you had to pick who your NFL MVP is right now, where would you go? Drake May plus 275. Matthew Stafford plus 300. Patrick Mahomes plus 500. Jonathan Taylor of the Colts plus 600. Josh Allen 700. Sam Darnold 1,000. Hurts, Baker, keep going. Now, the first question you want to ask yourself is this. Does anyone not a quarterback even have a chance? Right? And I'm not taking anything away from the quarterbacks, but I'm just asking because I saw here in Nashville Derrick Henry run for 2,000 plus yards, something that only 8 individuals or 9 individuals at that time in life had ever done, and he didn't even make the top 3 of the MVP that year. Right? So, I mean, Jonathan Taylor, I'm pulling for you, bro. I just don't know what you have to do. So, I say first, I wish that this would truly open up for more than just quarterbacks, but I get it. And again, it goes back to the same thing we're talking about with Heisman. It's just easy to give it to a quarterback. It's just easy to do it. So, yeah, I almost wish there were kind of a separation, But again, choosing the best, or not the best player, the most valuable player is not easy to do, right? So, okay, there we go. Yeah. We've got plenty of time on all that, but I just wanted to introduce it and put it into the ether, so to say. So we can kind of keep track of that. Frazier said, Jackson Smith and Jigba not getting nearly as much love as he should. Good to see JT up there, though. Yeah, completely agree, man. Hawk, give me that ginger up there in the Northwest. Dude, Darnold is absolutely crushing it, man. And again, I know we say it every week, but what a win for the Seahawks. This team, I love them. They don't say a whole lot. The coaching staff, you get all of the Harbaugh with the coaching staff, but you also get your own guy too. It's best of both worlds, man. They're in a great spot. All right, let me get the picks back up here, then we'll jump into college basketball today. So We have Kentucky plus 5.5 in basketball. We also in basketball. Kansas team total over 86.5. Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks over 3.5 rebounds, minus 105. Nikola Jokic over 1.5 threes of the Denver Nuggets, minus 110. And then a little two-leg parlay for tonight. Akron money line in football, paired with Cincinnati money line in college basketball at plus 100. Okay, now talk football. Let's look at a little college basketball today. Big Tuesday, Super Tuesday. Wake Forest and Michigan. Michigan a 14.5-point favorite. Duke and Army. This is the top 25. Duke and Army. Duke a 30.5-point favorite. Come on, man. We're going to do that to Army on Veterans Day? You going to feed them to Duke? Come on, bro. At least we'll have a really good pregame service there. Florida State, Florida. Florida, 18.5-point favorite. A total of 178.5. Let me say that again. 178.5. That's a monster total. Home game for Florida there. Radford and North Carolina. North Carolina coming off that big win over Kansas. They're a 21.5-point favorite. Kentucky and Louisville. All right, let's go. Let's talk about it. 9th ranked Kentucky, 12th ranked Louisville. Home game for Louisville, live from downtown Jefferson County, the KFC Yum Center. I've been in the Yum Center. It's beautiful. If you took a great arena and just put it right in the middle of the city, that's what they did, man. This is going to be a war. Living in the state of Tennessee, I've been around Kentucky and Louisville fans my whole life, and they're great. They love basketball in that state. Don't get me wrong, I love basketball too, but they take it ultra serious in the state of Kentucky. Aubie, what's good, baby? What's good, man? Hey, good win on the Eagles last night. Good bet. Yeah. So, Maddie, I said, love me some downtown Louisville. Now I need a hot brown. Oh, my goodness. Yes. If anybody is not familiar with what a hot brown is, Google it. It's food. It's delicious. This is going to be a fight, man. We got Kentucky plus 5.5 again. Pope, like both of these teams have young coaches going into what? Their second year at these schools. I know that it's November, but this game means something. This game means something, man. So, again, I can't wait to watch it. We're going to see. I love these early matchups with big ranked teams, especially when they know each other and hate each other, because you just get a great game. And whoever wins, awesome, but doesn't define a season. But it really helps. Down the road, you get this win. It really helps. Jeff said, I just remembered to hit the like button. Hey, thanks, Big Jeff. Appreciate it, buddy. Spelled out Nico Harrison. The Mavs fired their GM? Yeah. Ooh, that was coming. Tough break, Nico. Sites. I'm ready for a regional food bracket check. Yes. Bro, now we're talking. All right. So, yeah, we're on Kentucky plus 5.5. Again, though, I mean, Aubie, love Louisville. At home, take the under. 175.5 is a massive, massive, massive number. Kirk, I like Army to keep it within 30 on Veterans Day. I do too. Do you think that Shire and Duke, do you think that that's in their mind? Honestly, I ask it honestly. Honest question. If you were Shire, coaching Duke. It's Veterans Day. You're at Army. Right? Make sure. Yeah, it's at West Point. Yeah, I mean, you're at West Point on Veterans Day. Do you think that goes through the coach's mind? It would if I were. Like, I would. I'd call off the dogs. Honestly, I really would. I'm fascinated with that Army plus that massive number. You might be able to steal one. I don't know. I'm not coming out with it. I don't know if it's the play, but this gambling, Hoss. I'll take any angle you can give me, right? It would go through my mind. I'm not gonna lie, it would. I'd call off the dogs, right? I don't know. We're gonna find out. It's an interesting thought process, though. A good call on the Nico firing. You guys were ahead of ESPN on that. Well done. Okay, what else do we have? College basketball. Yeah, Radford in North Carolina. North Carolina, 21.5 point favorite. Total 155.5. Junkie, keep an eye on the Detroit basketball boy. Go Pistons. Let's go. Yeah, all right. Central Arkansas. Again, Arkansas, 35.5 point favorite. Coming off the loss to Michigan State there. I don't know what the Arkansas team total is, but I mean, I'm kind of rolling the same thing with Kansas today. If it's a reasonable number, if you're in the 80s, yeah. If you're in the 90s, be careful. I mean, that's you just only have so much time to work with, right? But yeah, I mean that could be a way to look at some of these, massive spread games. Wofford and Auburn. Aubie, what are we doing here? Auburn minus 24.5, total of 153.5. Again, I mean, Auburn's going to do their thing. And shout out to Stephen Pearl. That's my dude. But, again, are you going to play a 24.5? If you've got the read on it, do your thing. Not for me. Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, and Kansas. Again, rolling with Kansas on the team total here. I'm not taking minus 25.5. I'm not doing that. But I want some of Kansas team total. At home. Yeah. I think Kansas lays the wood today. Now, Aubie said, going to stay away from Auburn. Yeah, I mean, it's so, like these games are good. If you could identify team totals, in these early ones, you can make a lot of money. Either way, whether you're going over or under. Texas Tech and Illinois. 11th ranked Texas Tech, 14th ranked Illinois. Illinois, 3.5 point favorite at home. Total of 165.5. You're definitely going to get offense in this game. $165. That feels like one of those numbers that's massively, just massive. And it is. But, I mean, what would it take to hit an over of 165? So 166. So what is that? 78. Did I do the math right? Or 88? Either way. Are both these teams putting up 80 points? Yeah, 83. Sorry. I don't know why I couldn't count right there. Yeah, are both these teams putting up 83 points? I don't know what to do with that. I don't know. We got time. All right, Ball State, Wisconsin. Wisconsin, 25.5 point favorite. Again, do what you do there. Northern Arizona, Arizona, 34.5-point favorite. Be careful with games featuring teams that are in the same state because Arizona's not going to care. Jinxie, what's good, baby? Good to see you. But Northern Arizona will care. These early matchup games are so difficult. Like, what are you going to do? You just got to pick your battles, man. You got to pick your spots. So I'm going to go with some team totals there. All right, so that is college basketball. Let me throw the picks back up, and then let's jump into some NBA. Kentucky plus 5.5, minus 115. Kansas team total over 86.5. Jalen Brunson over 3.5 rebounds. Nikola Jokic over 1.5 threes. And then Akron money line in football and Cincinnati money line in basketball at plus 100. All right. We got. Oh, we got more basketball. Sorry. Delaware and BYU. BYU 35.5-point favorite. Total 163.5. Yeah, do what you do there. All right, Creighton and Gonzaga. Gonzaga 12.5-point favorite. Total 166.5. I don't have a play on it, but I love watching both of these basketball teams. All right. So, yeah, Aubie, I do like that Gonzaga over. I do too. Again, 166.5. So you need what? 84, 83. Freddie Bear, Kentucky's now 6.5. Wow. That's wild. Louisville's good. Creighton, you're definitely going to get some shots up. Gonzaga, you're going to get some shots up. Now, what? Real quick, Kirk, AB, been riding Stephen Castle assists over 6.5 line. He's been dishing out money the last 4 games. Beautiful look, man. Kirk, appreciate you on that. Yeah, 84, 83. You think we get that, Creighton and Gonzaga? 12.5. The books are giving some mad respect to Gonzaga here. A good basketball team. All right, so we're going to find out about that. But yeah, a total of 166.5. They could put up some damn big points tonight in this one. And Kirk said Stephen Castle on the San Antonio Spurs. Beautiful work, man. Thanks, buddy. All right, so, okay. That's college basketball. Now, let's take a look at the NBA. Liddy, good morning, AB. Let's have a day. Let's have a day indeed, bro. Have a day indeed. Now, the NBA, again, got some good matchups. Got some interesting ones. Raptors, Nets. You getting ready for this Nets game? 1-9. Raptors, 9.5-point favorites. 233.5 on the road total. Grizzlies and the Knicks. Knicks, 8.5-point favorite. Total 233.5. We're on Jalen Brunson here in rebounds. Brunson's just been nice, man. That dude gets a lot of minutes and runs a lot all over the court. Matty Ice, 5-pack dropped in the cord. Thank you, big dog. Celtics and the 76ers. Look at the Celtics, 5-6. 76ers hit a little bit of a skid. Sixers, 1.5-point favorites. Total 231. And a half. Seems like a high total to me. I don't know. Anybody have a look on this Celtics 76ers? Feels like it could be low scoring. I don't know. I could be way wrong. Warriors and the Thunder. Warriors 6-5. 1-5 on the road. Pay attention to that. The Thunder 10-1. 4-0 at home. 7.5-point favorites, total of 227.5. Usually in games like this, Steph Curry just starts fire. Now, I don't want to say starts firing because that man's been firing for 11 years or whatever. But you're going to get your shot ops here. Rebounds for guards in this game is not a bad look either. I don't know what the numbers are, but you can get some long rebounds in this game. Champion Arizona Wildcats, low-key best team in the nation. Man, I love to see it. Arizona's fun. Like, it. College basketball is better when Arizona's dope, you know? Well, Maxey, points, rebounds, and assists. Hammer it. There we go, baby. Yeah. All right. So Warriors Thunder. We have the Pacers and the Jazz. Pacers 1-9. 0-5 on the road. 1-9. The Jazz 3-7, 2-2 at home. Obviously, the Pacers with no Tyrese Halliburton. Pacers 1.5-point favorites. Total of 231.5. I don't mind the Pacers here on the spread. At some point, they're just going to come out and say, screw it, and just blow somebody out. Might be tonight. Nuggets and the Kings. All right, we're on Jokic over 1.5 threes. Nuggets 7-2. Kings 3-7. Bibbo, got to run DTL. I'm hungry and getting some steak for breakfast, as you should. And happy Veterans Day, brother. Big Bibbo, appreciate you, man. Big John boy, punching in late. Just hit the like button for more good luck, my boy. Thank you, buddy. Good to see you, man. Yeah, so we're on Jokic over 1.5 threes for the Nuggets here. Jamal Murray is an interesting. Now Jokic is the play, but 242.5. I like that total being high. Need a little run and gun. That's when we get Jokic in transition. That's when we get him firing threes. So the higher total, the better. And that's when they need threes. 3-point bets. I think that is it. Yeah, that's it. All right, let me get the picks back up here, and we'll bounce out. I do not want to keep everybody long today. It's Tuesday. And, dude, it's cold. Is anybody out there dragging? Like, what is your day where you're like, oh, man, I'm tired. I need a minute. Is it Tuesday? Is it Wednesday? What day of the week is that for you? It's definitely Tuesday for me. Wednesday a little bit, but like coming off that Thursday to Monday night, oh, that's a run, right? And I say it as like all of us, you know. So yeah, Tuesdays are it for me. So I don't want to keep you guys because it could be that for you too. That weekend betting, it'll John boy, AB, I've done decent on these NBA team totals. It was today for me. There we go. Yeah. Freddie, I'm going nowhere today. It's cold here. Yeah, it is, man. It was weird coming out and seeing frost on the ground, right? I was like, whoa, what is this? Why is the ground white? Big Tony said, it's a chillier pot roast day. Yeah, it is. Big time. Fraser, Wednesday for me, only because I leave work a bit early on Tuesdays. There you go. Oh, man. Good luck today, crew. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. All right, let me get the picks up here. Kentucky plus 5.5. Kansas team total over 86.5. Jalen Brunson over 3.5 rebounds minus 105. Nikola Jokic over 1.5 threes at minus 110, as well as Akron money line Cincinnati money line at plus 100. I talked about why is there the ground white. TJ's like in Canada. TJ's like, we've been having that. Oh my goodness! All right, let me get the Howie Schwab crew play of the day. I'm interested to see where you guys went. Give me 1 second here. Did you go Kentucky plus 5.5, or Louisville minus 5.5, or Texas Tech plus 4.5? Illinois half. Let me pull up the results here of where you went. Sorry, I know this is thrilling television. One day we'll have a producer on top of it. Let's see what we got. Kentucky plus 5.5 at 60%. And that line moving. We're now seeing Kentucky plus 6.5. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay, we'll be live today, 3 p.m. Eastern for Drive the Nightline. Tina. Hey, AB and crew. Sorry, I had mom in town. Hope everyone's good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Tina, how are you? How's mom? Shout out to Tina's mom. Aw. I hope she had a great time. I hope you all did. That's great. Jeff, AB, I'm only about 45 minutes away, and it's white with snow here, except none on the road. Yeah, it's crazy, right? I know. It was weird looking. I mean, it's beautiful. I love it, you know. Yeah. Matt, the Iceman, shout out Tina's mom. Absolutely. Shout out Tina's mom. There we go. I love it. I love it. All right. Everybody, we'll jump out of here. Have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. We'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern today and 8 p.m. Eastern for the crew exclusive. So come back here at 3 p.m. Eastern. Till then, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. We'll see you soon. Thanks. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.